Just into Fox News and brand new on Fox News Channel, details on the Portland mall shooter in his own words. Here's his picture. And we've just gotten a hold of what many of his friends tell Studio B is the gunman's Facebook page. He's 22-year-old Jacob Tyler Roberts. Cops say he opened fire in that crowded mall near Portland with a semi-automatic rifle, killed 2 people, seriously wounded a teenage girl on top of that, then killed himself. So here's the Facebook page part. It indicates he was in a relationship, and he said he worked at, quote, the most badass gyro shop in town. Or you would say Euro in many parts of the country, but here in New York we say gyro. The most interesting details are likely in the bio. The shooter wrote this: if you were to ask someone that knows me, they would probably say that I am a pretty funny person that takes sarcasm to the max. I'm the kind of person that is going to do what I want. There is no reason for another person to tell you what to do. I'm the conductor of my choo-choo train. I may be young, but I have lived one crazy life so far. My friends are my family, and I don't think that will ever change. I've done a lot for myself in the past year, some good and some bad, but I still press on. I like to think of myself as a bit of an adrenaline junkie. Yep, that's right. I'm a junkie. Laugh out loud. The words from a man cops say set out to kill as many people as possible. They say his gun jammed, and at some point, according to the cops, he shot and killed himself. Let's take it to the judge, our senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. This is mighty sad, Judge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if, having seen this ahead of time, that anyone could conclude he's about to kill somebody. I mean, these are the rantings of a youth.
Yeah, he needs to go back to grammar school and such.
Right. I mean, it's sloppy, it's weird. There's probably a lot of different ways to interpret it. And of course, this was a tragedy for which there can be no justice. He's dead. There's no question that he did it. There's no question that he was in another world. There's no question that innocents died as a result of it.
I don't know. You know, there's a lot of this stuff that goes on, and we're not starting any gun talk around here because that does not help anybody.
No.
But I don't know. I don't know what you do.
Well, I mean, we don't know enough about this guy. We don't know who might have been aware of his mental deficiencies.
He stole the gun, by the way.
He stole the gun, you know, so the gun laws...
Whatever.
Right, we're not
I don't talk about it here.
Okay,
God
so
knows.
It's not
crazy.
It's not an issue to be addressed in this case. What would be addressed in this case is there some way that law enforcement or even his employers could anticipate this explosion that he was going to have? And the answer is no. In a free society, and I won't talk about guns, but in a free society, these things happen. The government doesn't monitor our brains, and occasionally people snap, and they do awful things.
How does this happen so much more in this country than other countries? I don't get it.
Well, because we have more of an attitude of personal freedom, and people don't think of the consequences of their behavior. I mean, you know, not far from where I live, just 2 days ago, there was a contract killing on a public street. Obviously, the killer thought he could get away, and maybe he will, or maybe he won't. But people don't think of the consequences of their behavior. And if they want to kill somebody, they're going to find a way to do it.
Yeah. You know, just the thought of all these little kids at the Santa place. You know, Santa was in the mall.
Right.
And this crazy guy coming in there.
Look, if there's any consolation here, this does not appear to be organized. No. This does not appear to be foreign directed. This does not appear to be an act of terrorism. This does not appear to have been done to affect the change in the government's policy. This just appears to have been a lonely, ill, crazy person who's got his hands on the means to kill people and would have done so if either used another means.
Our producer, Kim Egel, talked to one of his friends a couple of days before. They were going to go shooting at the gun range. He'd had these guns that he liked. They were going to go shooting. They were all excited. He sold the guns, and the friend was like, why did you sell the guns? And then he showed up at the mall and killed people. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, he stole the gun that he used. It wasn't even one of the...
Right. You wonder if this is something that he planned and then changed his mind and then decided to do it again. Yeah, look, if he had lived and he planned it, then you're talking about first-degree murder and the death penalty if convicted. But the on-again, off-again, on-again, off-again shows deliberation, which also shows a guilty and a sane mind. An insane person usually does not deliberate. A sane person deliberates.
He's about where he belongs now, sadly. All right, Judge. Thank you.
Pleasure, Shep.